Hello, I'm Ken Gregorski, Superintendent of KDISD. If you've been following the 89th legislature, you know that Senate Bill 2, legislation expanding access to private education through education savings accounts, was recently signed into law by our governor. But while that bill addresses one piece of the education puzzle, it leaves over 5 million public school students across Texas still waiting to be funded. House Bill 2 was created to provide full funding to public schools. And that's why I'm speaking to you today about House Bill 2 and why its passage in its original form is critical to the future of public education in our state. Sometimes in politics, it is difficult to get everyone to agree on something. But House Bill 2 passed with overwhelming bipartisan support and a record vote of 144-4. It proposes a $7.7 billion investment in Texas public schools, including long overdue teacher pay raises and a meaningful increase to the basic allotment, the per-student funding that supports classroom instruction, student services, and teacher and support staff pay. But the bill is now stalled in the Senate, and the Senate's proposed substitute for House Bill 2 drastically weakens its impact, reducing the basic allotment from a $395 per student increase to just $55. There's no question that the investments in special education and teacher compensation put forth by the Senate are welcome, but its proposed modification to House Bill 2 falls short, dangerously short. The basic allotment hasn't been increased in over 6 years, and the Senate's version of the bill fails to close the gap, ignoring record inflation and rising school operating costs. Even more concerning, it overlooks the 52% of our staff who are not classroom teachers. Our teacher aides, instructional paraprofessionals, substitute teachers, police and security officers, bus drivers, cafeteria workers, custodians, clerical staff, and more. It even excludes raises for first and second year teachers. Let me show you what this means for KDISD. A $55 basic allotment increase would generate approximately $7.4 million in additional funding for the district. But over $3 million of that would be immediately sent back to the state to fund the district's portion of the teacher retirement system and federal and state requirements. The Senate's bill would also freeze KDISD's access to previously guaranteed funds that we currently keep and use for teacher pay and student support, resulting in a nearly $3 million loss. That leaves us with only $1.4 million or less to support everything else, including salary increases for first and second year teachers who are excluded from the bill, inflation-driven increases in general education for the 80% of our students who are not served by the bill's SPED funding, nor the underfunded basic allotment. Any pay increase for non-teaching staff who are essential to daily school operations. Even a modest 1% raise for our non-teaching staff would cost more than $2.6 million, far more than what's left under the Senate's proposal. As the saying goes, the math just isn't mathing. And look, this isn't just a budget issue, it's a values issue. If we truly believe every child matters and every school employee makes a difference in our kids' success, then we must fund schools accordingly. The Senate's version of school finance creates a short-term win for some, but guarantees a long-term deficit for many. More simply put, I cannot support a bill that excludes first and second year teachers from a raise. I cannot support a bill that leaves out all of our valued employees who do so much for our children every day. And that's what the Senate bill does. For me, taking care of everyone in our organization who take care of all our children is a non-negotiable. We need a bill that supports all students and all staff. That's what the original House Bill 2 does. And that's why I'm urging our Katy ISD community to speak up. I need your help to take care of our students, staff, schools, and our community. Contact your state senator. Tell them to support House Bill 2 as originally written. Let's hold our elected leaders to their promise to fully fund public education in Texas. Thank you for your time, and thank you for standing with Katy ISD students, teachers, and staff.